Hey friends, welcome back to the Thoughts Distilled talk show from homebar.io. I'm Kevin, and with me as always is Justin.
What's up, Kev?
Hey man, so why do we have all these glasses in front of us?
The best way to answer that is with a question.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yep.
So what are two things that people love in this world that run in our circles?
Oh, I was about to say like family and
Yeah, no, real things.
I would say in our circles, I would say bourbon or whiskey.
Yeah, that's one.
Okay.
So, well, I'll tell you what the other one is.
Oh,
It's Costco. And you put those two together, what do you get? I'll tell you what you get. Okay? You get this.
yeah. Okay.
You get this. And you get this.
Oh, all right. Wow.
And you get this. Well, actually, that's Scotch, but that's for another day.
Yeah,
but you know they also do this too.
Yeah, we'll say that for another time.
All right, man.
Wow.
So you get 3 beautiful bottles.
Yeah.
You know, it's not the first time Costco's done Scotch or bourbon. It's also not the first time they've done whiskey in general, obviously, but this is really the first time that they've kind of let it known, been transparent where they get their whiskey from.
These are big boys, man.
1 liter bottles.
Yeah.
So they teamed up with 1792, so Barton Distillery. Danny Kahn was there to help him out.
Master Distiller.
Master Distiller. Yeah, obviously, we know that he does a great job. And yeah, they have 3 releases here. Now, these are the original batch 1s from last year, and I'm pretty positive they're coming out with another round. Of them this year, 2022. We're in right now. So, well, what do you think? Should we get?
Wow, that's a lot. That's like fire hose right there, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us a little bit. So these are new product lines. So they had before, I remember they had the Tennessee bourbon that they had for a while. They had some other stuff.
So Kirkland Signature, that's Costco's, home brand.
Yep.
Signature brand. They have about 10 whiskeys under that label. I think it's 4 Scotch, there's an Irish, there's a Canadian, there's these 3. Yeah. And I don't know, I'm missing something.
Sure.
But either way, it's 10.
Yeah,
anyway,
they got plenty here.
The previous renditions of these, that they were 7-year bourbons, right? One was Tennessee sourced, which everyone's pretty sure it was Dickel, and the other one came from Jim Beam. At least that's what everyone thinks. And those were 7 years. So those kind of went away. The biggest thing with those, they weren't available in every state. And I don't know if they went over too well. I think I've had the Tennessee bourbon one. I like Dickel, so I didn't mind it. But you were never really sure, and they were in smaller bottles as well. I believe there were 1 liter. They were just a different type of bottle.
I do remember you saying, I do remember it being a little bit polarizing. Maybe some people liked it, some people didn't. But it was very polarizing. If you didn't like it, you did not like it, and if you liked it, you're like, yeah, this is actually pretty decent. But these ones, it's interesting that they decided to come out with these. It seems like they're just kind of trying to revamp their whole bourbon scene. Yeah. At Costco.
Well, like everyone else, they're trying to capitalize on the popularity of bourbon nowadays.
Yeah.
1792 doesn't really disclose their mash bill, but maybe it's a high rye. It seems like they might be a high rye. And they came out with 3 different versions. Now, just imagine this. In the U.S. alone, Costco has over 600 warehouses, maybe approaching 700. So I don't think every warehouse got it. It would just be kind of tough, especially for the single-barrel version, which this didn't even hit our state until recently. And as far as we know, only 1 building got this. So just think about that.
Yeah, I checked some others, and I didn't see it.
So, these came out last year, and it never reached Michigan. These did. This one just got here, and it just kind of showed up to one of the buildings. The small batch version, 92 proof, single barrel is 120, and then the bottled and bond, obviously 100 proof. So how similar are they to their 1792 counterparts? That's for another show.
That would be interesting to
we
test
definitely
out.
need to see.
Yeah, that would be definitely
bottles like in my face.
Interesting to test out. I will also add that I listened to. I think it was either Bourbon Pursuit.
It was Bourbon Pursuit.
Okay, I was about to say one of the podcasts that we like to listen to, and they talked to Danny Kahn, and it was pretty interesting to hear his take on kind of how Costco came in and sourced, obviously all this juice. and kind of how meticulous they were, honestly, about quality control. So I kind of have my hopes a little bit high on this. They seem to be very...
He said they brought in an entire team, and they were very serious.
Yes.
I mean, it's just like everything else they do. They want to make sure they have the best, and they have the best price available. So I guess we can go over that, too. This is $27.99 in our state. I think it's like $19.99 in some other states.
For a full liter.
For a liter. This single barrel costs $43.99 in our state, Michigan. It is $33 or $36 in other states.
Okay.
This is $36 in Michigan and $29 maybe in other states. I got to get back to you on that one. But it's less than $36. So you can see what happens when you live in a control state. They kind of screw you over. That's another story too. We're not happy about that. But either way, we have 3 1-liter bourbons here for just over $100. So I mean, you kind of know what you're getting in this, and that's kind of big for Costco, I think.
Well, so. Yeah, and that's the thing. Is like they chose the right people to partner with, right?
Yeah.
Barton 1792 puts out some really great stuff, as we all know. I mean, we're no strangers. Bourbon people are no strangers to 1792.
No.
So yeah, the fact that they sourced it from there, and that they were so, again, from that podcast episode, so meticulous, so discerning about what they did, and so I'm excited, man. Like I said, I'm really excited to.
They're not age stated, but they're straight bourbon, so they're at least 2 years old. Do you want to give it a try?
Let's do it. Let's
start pouring. So let's start off small batch.
Yeah,
I'll do it this way.
Yeah, on this side. Perfect, that's good. Just a little guy.
We're going to go single barrel now.
Alright.
So I guess what we should do, if we're going to do this properly, we can start with the small batch, then we'll go to bottled and bond, and then we'll go to single barrel, judging by proof. Okay?
So we're gonna go left, then right, then center.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. No, that's right in your face. Sorry. All right, let's just do this.
Put them right next to each other. Beauty.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right, so let's do small batch. There's not much about any of these. As transparent as Costco was in the distillery, you don't really know anything else about it.
Although it does say on the label a little bit of tasting notes. That's all we really have there.
It does. So I'm not going to read them yet. Let's just see what we get. Okay. And we'll see what we get, and then we'll. All right. This is the small batch we're going for.
Yep. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Dill. I get dill.
Do you get dill on it?
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't get as much of that.
It was like the first thing I got.
I got caramel, and the second thing I got was some peanut. I get some peanut for sure. In here. Yeah, like for me, like dry roasted peanuts. Yeah. Not like honey or anything, just dry roasted peanuts.
Yep, I get that. It's like a very light.
It is. It's very light.
It's very light, but like the dill is like, for me, it was just the immediate thing that I picked up on it.
And it's like, I don't know how to describe it, but
it's sweet. Peanuts.
Sweet on the nose.
Peanuts. Yeah, it's sweet. It's light.
Caramel and dry roasted peanuts for me.
Can the nose be dry?
Sure. Yeah, I can kind of. Yeah,
it's a little dry.
I know what you're saying. And the interesting thing is to see if it translates to the taste, of course, but. All right, well, hey, let's go in. I think that's all I can really get from it, personally. Real easy.
It's pretty easy to drink.
It's got a little bit of spice at the end.
Yeah. More like I get more caramel and spice than anything, to be honest.
Yeah.
I look for
caramel, some vanilla in there.
For $30 for a 1-liter small batch from 1792. I mean, this could be a everyday sipper. It's good.
Honestly, I like it. For that price point, I'm happy. And like you said, a liter. You get a liter of it. And so the way I look
easy to drink.
Think about other things in that price point. You know, I mean, you do have some really great stuff, but I think this kind of hangs with it. Like you know what $30 you've got like
and it will last longer.
But like Elijah Craig is one. It's a 1 liter, right?
I have my own feelings about Elijah Craig. I love their barrel proof. I love their toasted. Just sometimes
their small batch you don't like.
The small batch is like, for me sometimes.
Okay.
It's a good price point, and I mean, I even recommend it, but sometimes I don't know what it is. Maybe it's too spicy. I don't know.
Yeah. I think that this, like I said, it kind of hangs with, in my opinion, it would hang in that range. And again, you get such a value because it's 1 liter.
I mean, it's Costco.
It's good.
On. Big packages for a decent price.
Exactly. It's definitely that brand.
All right, so let's read what on the back of this. It says, this small batch Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey is enjoyable, smooth, with its notes of oak and rye spice, accented by vanilla and caramel. Those notes grow and meld together, ending in a sweet, lingering finish. So
there you go. There's your rye.
We broke it down a little bit more. Yeah.
Honestly, I think it's pretty close. All right. Not to pat ourselves on the back, but yeah.
Pretty good. Yeah. We'll do the same thing for the next one.
Alrighty.
And honestly, didn't read this before.
Yeah, we didn't read it before. I just noticed that it said something on the back.
All right, let's move on to bottled and bond. So obviously, we all know the rules of bottled and bond. It has to be aged at least 4 years from a single distilling season,
federally bonded warehouse.
Federally bonded warehouse. So we know this is at least 4 years old, and after that, I don't know. It has to be 100 proof as well.
Right.
So let's do it.
Let's just get into it, yeah. Let's give it a shot. Let's see what we got here.
Okay. I get chocolate and cherry right off the bat.
Okay, yeah. I definitely get a milk chocolate. I don't get like a deep chocolate as much. I get like a milk chocolate, like a lighter chocolate, but I agree. I think that's in there. You said cherry, huh?
I get cherry. I mean, like a chocolate-covered cherry.
Honestly, I get a little bit of I get like a maraschino cherry on there, like a lighter, kind of vibrant cherry.
No fancy cherry.
Yeah.
Well, the spice.
What else we got? It definitely seems to have more depth in the small batch.
If I had to give it a breathe, like an overview, sweet and spicy. Like if I had to see, like
it seems well balanced. Yeah, on the nose.
Maybe a little caramel.
Yeah, a little brown sugar. I feel like I got a little bit brown sugar on this one, as opposed to the other one. I didn't get any brown sugar. Yeah, it's great.
Go in?
Yeah, let's give it a shot.
Okay. So, kind of spicy.
Wow.
I almost get it's like a nutty note, sweet nuttiness.
I get some nuttiness too, but what I was kind of honing in on is the fact that it seems to have, this has like almost no alcohol burn to me at all. It's very, again, I've said it in past episodes, smooth. This one has a little bit of it, but this has almost none. And it's well balanced. It has sweet and it has spicy. I'm going to go in there.
I will say it's a little bit of a dry finish. I actually get some chocolate, like a slight chocolate note, but kind of nuttiness. Sweet nutty with ending in spiciness, I would say. Ending in spice.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what kind of nuttiness, because it's, if anything, it's like a sweeter nuttiness. It's not like dry roasted peanuts like this one was. Yeah, let's make our way to the last one.
Well, hold on. Let's read what it says here. So this bottled and bond whiskey, subtle notes of candied fruit and honey give way to a pleasant spice, bringing out the true character of the rye. It is rounded out with an oaky, lasting finish that is reminiscent of the aroma of the Kentucky barrel warehouses from which it came. So that's kind of how we described it, I guess.
Yeah, I think we were kind of remiss not to say, oak, which it was. I just didn't really say it.
I'll just get a little top off. Oh, hey, by the way, they do water too.
in case you needed something between tastings to cleanse your palate, you could just go to Costco for all your stuff. Okay.
All right, next one. All right, so next one, single barrel. This one's it's got some heat, 60%, so 120 proof, single barrel. Now, I don't know how they did this, obviously, because we all know single barrels are they're single barrels. So, but I don't know. I don't know if there's any legal rules on what a single barrel is. So, what does this say? This says, it says nothing. It doesn't say like what barrel it came from. You have to imagine. The one that this was on like a pretty full, maybe a half full pallet. So let's say a full pallet at a Costco is like almost 800 bottles. Right. So this is maybe half full, maybe a little more. So that's not all one barrel. And usually when you get these single barrels in big things like that, they designate what where it came from.
Yeah.
So what barrel it came from. So I have no clue how they did that, but they had, and obviously not every building got them. We just got it, in our state.
Right.
And as far as I know, the only one Costco had it, and it was from the last year's batch. So Not sure how they did that.
That's probably in our control state, some sort of issue with distribution, is what my guess would be. But
I roll. Anyways, so we're just nerding out. Most people don't even care. They just say single barrel. They're not looking for the barrel number or whatever. So let's dig into this one too.
Okay, yeah, let's give this a shot.
Okay. Wow. That smells really good.
It's a little bit different. I get
like a pecan.
Yeah,
like
I was about to say it's
like a
again
candy roasted pecan. If I had to describe that,
across the board, these have like a nutty note to it, and I think this is like even a sweeter, like a.
Wow, that smells really good.
I get it's like honey. A pecan, or like maybe it would be like an almond, but I feel like it's an almond profile, but sweet. Yeah, to me that is honey, and then I also get some again light brown sugar.
I was gonna say brown sugar for sure. Sugar.
Yeah. They're similar in profile, but they are different. Yeah. They are different.
Well, it's sweet.
Yeah, it's sweet.
All right, should we go in?
Let's just go in.
All right.
Yeah, let's see what we
last one.
Yep.
Nuttiness and I get the nuttiness right away.
I do too.
And then I get some baking spice, and I guess like a hard candy, like a hard fruit candy, kind of how the other one was described. I kind of get a little bit of hint of that.
Yeah.
If I had to describe the fruit, I don't know yet. I don't know if it's a cherry.
Yeah, I definitely get some. I mean, plenty of sweet notes, like we said, plenty of nutty notes. Yeah, I get caramel. A lot of the stuff that we talked about on the notes, I think more caramel than I feel like brown sugar necessarily. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely good.
Yeah,
it's definitely good. I get a little bit of funk, but the kind of funk that I like, honestly, and it comes probably 3/4 of the way through the palate. But it's good.
I'll be honest with you. I like all three. I know people have been bashing on these, but they kind of are what they are. You know, you're getting it from a huge wholesale. A company that's wholesale. They buy things in bulk. They still did their homework and their due diligence to make this.
Well, that's my thing.
It's from a reputable place, and they're all pretty good. I am looking forward to trying those next to the regulars, but we've had a lot of whiskey today, and it's just not in the cards. So we will do that next time.
Yeah, we'll figure out another time.
I like all of them. If I had to say which one my favorite was, I'm going to go with single barrel. To me, I think that's like matching what I like.
Okay, that's a toughie for me to pick a favorite. I think it's between bottled and bond and single barrel. I think single barrel has more unique character, which I do like. But I think I'm just gonna not to play devil's advocate, and choose something else. But I'm gonna go ahead and say bottled and bond because I think it's just really well balanced. And I think if you wanted to, give it to somebody or have somebody try it who's not had it before, I think even if it was like entry level, someone who's totally green in bourbon, definitely this is the way to go because this one they might be off put by a little bit. It's got a little bit of alcohol burn, but this one doesn't. It's like this plus a little bit of extra flavor without any alcohol burn. So we would definitely, if you can get this one, probably grab this one. It's worth it. It's worth the $36 or whatever it is.
For sure. And fun fact, there's 14 states. If you don't have a Costco membership, you're like, oh, I'll never be able to get this. Well, 14 states. Michigan's one of them. Texas is one of them. I know. They know it's legally you cannot require a membership to buy a liquor. Not only that, at least in our state, every liquor that is made or whatever, if you sold it, even if it's your own brand, it has to be available and you should be able to buy it in every store. So literally any liquor store owner could have gone on to their ordering site in Michigan and ordered these. Whether they got them or not, it just depends.
Right.
Obviously Costco's going to get their share, but I've seen these pop up in liquor stores. I know one of these, I actually might have bought in a liquor store because they got it before Costco did, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
And it's actually kind of a joke and sad in that regard that Costco didn't even get their own product first. But buy all day. At these prices, don't hesitate. You're getting something that may not be done again, although I think they may be coming out with another batch.
Okay.
I'd say buy all day.
And the thing is, you know, not to go with the whole cliche, it is such a value. It's like, as far as like the size and the volume, like it's kind of funny because you're like, oh, of course, from Costco it's going to be a liter bottle, but like legitimately, this is one. Yeah. These are each 1 liter bottles, and like you know, going around sub 30 and then sub 40, right? Like,
you know, this is a 750. Yep. Everyone knows that's your standard bottle, so right. there you go. There's the value added, and then the price.
And then again, you're getting this is being sourced from Barton, 1792. They make excellent stuff. You can't see the shelf that we have up there, but you know, we've got a handful of 1792 line up there, and they're just great stuff.
We have the versions of these too. Again, we're going to try them.
Yep.
Should we rate these?
Yeah, let's rate them.
All right.
Let's rate them.
All right.
Yep.
I'll go down the line. Small batch. 7.6 for me out of 10.
I think that's fair. I think that's perfect. Yeah.
Single barrel. I'm gonna give this a 7.9, and I'm gonna give this a 7.8.
I actually
7.6, 7.9, 7.8.
I like where you're at. I would say that I would probably give this guy a 7.5 because it's like, for me, right in that middle range of 7.
We can't agree on anything. Go ahead.
But that's good. We're close. Yeah. We're close. Yeah. Hey, at least we weren't like 2 whole points off. The single barrel, I think it's unique, and again, we talked about single barrels are a little tough because they're, you know, a single barrel, and not everyone can get them. But for this one, I would say it's higher, obviously, than this guy. I would say 7.8, and I would give this guy a 7.9.
Okay.
I think that like this is very good, and like I said, I like this one a little bit better because of the balance. But
go on to Home Bar and see what our final ratings are and notes are.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, check this out. We'll post all 3 of these on homebar.io, and you can find all of our reviews there. And also, we'll have these up on our web app, so you can add them to your own home bar inventory.
Yeah.
So that's at app.homebar.io/register. It's free to register, and we're adding new bottles all the time. So make sure to check in there and to sign up. And of course, like, comment, subscribe. Tell us what you think about it. Have you had these bottles before? If you like them, let us know. If you don't like them, let us know. Yeah, so thanks so much, everyone, for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
We'll see you next time.
Cheers.
Cheers.